Breaking news, the fifth biggest IPO of the year has just been priced. Fitbit, we talked about it last night. You know, about a week ago, it was going to be a $14 deal, maybe 17 bucks. Last night, 19. Well, $20 a share. Well above that original price, and this according to sources. Fitbit, the IPO, they're going to raise about $732 million. The shareholders are selling quite a bit of stock, 36 million shares. Fitbit IPO, though, is going to give this wearable device maker a valuation of about $4.1 billion. Matt, I had a couple of tweets today that said that kid with the spiky hair and the short pants, 35 bucks he said he'd buy this thing at. Would you still, if this thing starts trading tomorrow and the first trade is 35 bucks, you say go in?
What did I do to you this morning? You're going after me. In front of my pants, my hair.
I'm just relaying with the Twitter.
I'm not an athlete anymore. Jesus. I don't know if... When I said I'd buy it, I don't mean on the opening. I don't know where it's going to go. I think it could trade.
That's your max buy.
I think it could trade up to 35 very easily tomorrow, if not higher. I think it could actually see 40s tomorrow at some point. Am I buying at 40? No. But if you get in early, I think it rides some momentum.
Would you flip it? If you got in, let's say you got filled at 31 and it went to 40.
This would be a pure trade for me tomorrow.
Sean, you don't mess with these kind of things.
No, this is the kind of stock that I would, though, do something with.
You're one of these fit guys. You got a Fitbit somewhere. What are you doing? What are you using? Jawbone Fitbit? What are you doing?
I just get on the scale regularly.
The Fred Astaire thing? What are you doing?
Thank you. No. Dancing, you don't want to see that. No, I think it's a good kind of stock to get in if you get in a decent price and then flip it. I agree with Matt 100%. This is not a long-term hold. That is the question. What price will it open up at?
I think it could be a long-term hold, actually. When you look at the numbers, 19 million people last year used wearables. The expectation 3 years from now is for 196 million. Now, some of those might end up wearing Apple Watches, but the growth is there, which just like with Facebook, for example.
Well, so far, the Apple Watch has not necessarily lived up to the hype with respect to Fitbit. Fitbit, Jim, has found a niche. It's growing a niche. They have 85% of the market. Now, no company keeps 85% of the market, but I think I underestimated these guys. They've made almost $1 billion in a trailing year, over $100 million to the bottom line. It's not a fluke.
Look, this is a great company, and they're going to be rewarded at the open tomorrow. But in terms of an investment, they increased the stock guidance. Obviously, the price guidance now to 20. They increased the amount of shares insiders can sell, and their valuation now is basically half of that of Garmin. And again, I think there's going to be a lot of competition. But again, they've done a great job. I do think I agree with the long-term hold, but watch out when this thing starts, the momentum takes this thing higher.
Venture capital is only taking a bite of this apple twice, which is unusual. Yes, there are some insider selling, and they did raise the price in the offering, but not to the degree that normally happens. I normally don't buy these kind of names. I like to see companies come out with 1 or 2 earnings reports just to see what's really going on. But if someone's in this, I think you definitely hold it. Steve, Fitbit, what are you thinking?
You know, I don't know a lot about this company specifically. And listen, you're right, though. It's certainly a great story. But I think IPOs right now, in general, this close to all-time highs in the S&P, I think for regular investors, that is a very dangerous game to play here. You always have to be cognizant, not just of the price you're paying for something, but also to who's selling it to you. And this is a classic case, I think, generally, not this company specifically, but IPOs of strong hands to weak hands. So remember that, I think, and be very, very cautious in IPOs.
And I will say I agree with that, but in this particular case, I shifted my idea. And if you are a nimble trader, I agree with Matt. I think you can get in there first trade, second trade, and make some money, but I would not camp out there.